Hey, hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
20.
To throw is Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Detroit! Here we go now. 319! 319!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Freeman the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins by. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him throw another one.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Touchdown, L.A.! Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the foul. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go.
after the interception. Here's Darnold. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, Darnold. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Set. Blue landed.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Forced out to his left. And it coughed it up. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Back 25. Let him go.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. And Jones has it over the middle. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Second and 10, it's Ryan again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Ryan now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Eric Sauber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Darnold from the gun. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Darnold on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 2nd down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Ryan now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, express!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's going to be a short field. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, hurry.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Darnold now to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Darnold. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now Benjamin. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Patriot! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play caller may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The left side completion to Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Corey Legion. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, gap points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 50, it's Darnold. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. On 2nd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion. What's that? It wasn't an interception. Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Darnold. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, let's
Now
go.
2nd and 7 from the 23. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Get up. Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.